This illustration deals with under sink. NEC 406.5 G1 and G2 is in gray. Now notice Article 406 deals with receptacles, so we know we're dealing with receptacles here. Now notice one of the things that's very important, notice face up type receptacles do not comply. Now notice that's there's an arrow pointing to that faced up receptacle underneath the sink there. And then of course the sink is talked about with your GFCI protection if it's a dwelling in 210.8A6 and A7 of the code. And then of course, you know, it does have to be GFCI protected as required in 210.8A with the call out right above the sink where you have circuit 2 and circuit 1 for the countertop area there. Then notice to the right, you couldn't have a faced up receptacle in the countertop. And it, you know, the call out with the arrow pointing to it, faced up receptacles are prohibited in countertops and under sink area as outlined in 406.5 G1 and G2, G as in gray. And then notice again the arrow pointing to the receptacle that's in the faced up position shall be GFCI protected per 210.8A6 and A7. But you couldn't put a faced up, but you could put a receptacle there that's an assembly. In other words, you could push it down and it's smooth with a counter. Then you could push it in and it would pop up and you could use it. Now, that would be permitted, but not any kind of a face-up type receptacle. And the accessibility definition of equipment, you know, you can go to Article 100 for that for the reviewing of the definition of what is considered accessible. And then you have a definition in Article 100 that deals with readily accessible. But I believe this revision now has been pretty well covered in such a manner that the installer realizes face-up receptacles where things could fall into them, dust collect there and so forth, is prohibited under the sink area and in a countertop.